Hello, and welcome to Die Rolling. Just me and Will.
Yeah, it's
We
just us.
we were just so good at the last couple of games that we
Yeah.
played, that Adam had to take some time off.
Yeah.
With Chris, not
Yeah.
not really. He'll be back. He's unfortunately he's got other plans that are more important than us. Will.
Yeah.
Really.
It is a bit rude, isn't it? I thought we're the most important thing, right?
You think so? Anyway, we're in for like a massive treat. We're playing a game called Planet Fulcrum with Paul, who's designed it himself and done the artwork, done the graphics. You know, it's almost like he's like he can triple threat, sing, dance, and act, right? Will?
Yeah. It's really. I feel it's from what I've seen just from the cover from Kickstarter. It looks amazing. I'm wanting to just get diving straight into it and have a go.
Well, let's just go. Off we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go and do it. Let's go and play a game.
All right, so I guess we should start from the top, really.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're here to just sort of quickly go over the rules and then have a quick game.
Yeah.
Have you guys played it before?
No, I haven't actually. No.
This is
supposed to be the first time.
Adam's raved about it.
Yes. He's been wanting us to have a look, but we've yet to play a game because of obviously the lockdown and getting into it. So.
Lockdown.
Yeah, of course. So I think the first thing we should probably do is select a character. So you've got 4 characters around the board at the moment.
Okay.
So just align yourselves to one of those characters and just let me know which one you are,
Okay.
and then I'll be one of the other 2.
Okay. Let's have a look.
By the way, that the abilities are all symmetrical. There's no asymmetry in
just
terms of the way in which they perform.
Oh, it's just the actual character you're playing as.
Yeah, so
okay.
just who resembles you most.
Okay, I'll play as the rat then.
Who are you playing as?
The rat.
I do you know what? I'm gonna play as the character directly in front of me, partly because I can't remember how to move around. So I'm going to be Sarah Jane.
It's right click, I think, and drag around, and then you can rotate the board.
Yeah, so now I've got to remember how to do that as well.
I'm literally just in the Tabletopia. If I think control actually.
I think if you right click on the board and then drag left or right, it rotates the table.
That's fine. I can do that now. So,
yes.
And yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with my original thought. I'm gonna go with Sarah Jane.
Okay. And what we'll do first of all, then we'll just do the basic setup, and then what I'll do is I'll just go through very top line what everything means and how everything works.
Yeah.
So in order to get us going, you'll notice that one of the bags has like a disc that sits around it.
Oh yes.
So both of you just grab 1 cube from that bag, and whatever colour you take, just place that within your character map of the corresponding colour.
So I got a yellow.
Okay, and then I'll just do the same quickly, and I've got a green. Okay, so what that does is that determines our starting location on the board.
Oh, okay.
So, you'll find on the board itself, there'll be a little area that says begin in each of those 5 coloured regions.
Oh, yeah.
Just place your character standee.
Oh, on the actual little begin, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
And then to get people going, basically to get the game going, it's whoever drew the blue cube starts, and then we go clockwise around the table. So I believe that was Will. Was that you?
It's not. I drew the yellow.
Jamie.
Jamie, it's you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could, you see that black deck of cards over there with like a meteorite type icon.
Yeah.
If you just pick up 3 of those
Into my hand or
into your hand, yeah, keep them secret.
Nice.
Then who's next? If we're going clockwise, is it you, Will?
That will be you next if you're on the right hand side of the board. Or are you? Who are you? It would be you next. Yeah, if it's
Oh,
clockwise. Sorry, if it's clockwise, yeah, then me. I'm
Clockwise,
thinking you're
yeah,
top.
definitely,
I was thinking you're on the. Never mind. I was thinking you're on the complete opposite side. Never mind.
That's all right. So pick
Yeah.
up 3 meter cards and then just put them in your hand. So keep them secret.
Yeah. There you go.
And then just to conclude setup of the color cube that you collected. Just pick up 2 of the same color and place them on your mat.
Oh, so 2 of the same color cube. Okay.
Of the same color, yeah. So the bags I've attempted to kind of color code the bags.
Yeah, yeah.
Patience is a virtue with some of these things on tabletop.
Oh, it is. It is. We found it adds a lot of time just because of just.
Yeah, I do want to get it on Tabletop Simulator, but the scripting just sort of is a bit daunting.
Yeah.
Do you think? Because I lockdown, I got Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia for my board game group, and they really struggled to get onto it, and that sort of put them off. But because we've been doing a lot of these reviews recently, and we've done a lot of Tabletop Simulator, I wish we'd started there because it's a slightly smoother platform. It's not as aesthetically pleasing, perhaps, as Tabletopia, but I think it's a bit of a nicer interface for moving around. But...
Right. So are we done? Do we have our cubes on our mats?
Yes. I've got my extra cubes. I've got my cards. All set up.
Okay. So let's start at the character mat itself and just give you a bit of an overview of what you're looking at there.
Yeah.
So obviously of the 5 colours, you'll see at the top you've got a level 3 card that sits above them. So what that level 3 is that's representative of that ability that you currently have. Okay. So thematically what's happened, you've crash landed on this planet and you awake not knowing where you are, but you realise that you've been imbued with the planet's powers. And the aim of the game is to go around, create a stronger symbiosis between you and the planet by collecting territory. That would then allow you to level up your abilities and become stronger in those 5 areas.
Yeah.
So of the 5 colours, they're related to the 5 areas that are on the board. So from left to right, the pink area is about the cubes that we're going to be picking up. So the cubes, if you like, they are the currency of the game.
Yeah.
And level 3 allows you to keep 3 cubes max on each of your abilities. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The next one along, which is blue, is resilience. So there is battle in this. Whenever you land on the same space as another player, that effectively is your defense score in battle. Strength, the black area, that's your attacking score in battle. Intelligence is the amount of meteor cards that you've just picked up. It's the amount of cards you can hold in your hand at any one time.
Okay.
And then finally, speed, which is the orange at the end, is the amount of moves you can make per turn around the board.
Okay.
Yeah, so each of these are attributed to a particular attribute that you'll need to sort of progress within the game.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of, if we just flip onto the board a little bit, now I'm obviously just scrolling over the top, so I don't know what you guys are viewing, but if we take the center region, for example, just have a look over that island, what you'll see is 3 areas that have like tokens on top of them, and they're the territories that we'll need to be collecting. You'll have a center point, which is like one big pink cube. That's where you go to pick up cubes of this for this particular region, the pink cubes, but you also go to level up your abilities. The outer area where they have cubes, for example, that allows you to pick up any cube type of the different regions. So not the pink, but any of the other 4. Underneath, well, depends on where you're looking, but you'll see like a meteor icon that matches the deck. That's where you go to pick up more of those meteor cards, and I'll talk through the meteor cards shortly and why they're useful. And then finally, you've got that what looks like a whirlpool. That's a portal, so that allows you to port from one region to another as an action.
Oh, okay. So you can go from I could go from the orange one over to the snow location to Mount Immortals. So I can go over from Correspondent Canyon.
Absolutely. So, effectively, the way in which a turn works is you always move.
Yep.
So you move to a space that you want to go to. You then take an action on that space, and then after you've taken that action, depending on what it is, and I think we'll just do as we play through. I'll be able to explain it as we go.
Yep.
But after you've taken the action, you then go down to the other mat that sits next to your character mat, which is the morality tracker.
Okay.
Now this is the interesting mechanic that seems to have had quite positive review, shall we say, and that basically determines which faction you sit in within this game. So there's no predetermined factions here. The idea is that the planet, because of your symbiosis with the planet, it almost casts judgment on you, and depending on how you play, it will place you in a good guy or a bad guy stance, and then give you different benefits based on which faction you're in. So I think that's very top line. I'm wondering if we just all complete a turn, and I'll just talk you through it as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, unless you guys have any questions.
No, I'm very much a play and learn player, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, the game has been designed to allow for that warm-up phase.
Okay.
So, okay, so...
What's the... Last question, what's the objective?
So, the objective of the game is to collect as much territory as possible. Everything else, leveling up your abilities and all of that. Everything that you'll collect, everything that you'll build out has a points value at the end. So the victor will be based on whoever scores the highest points. Mm-hmm. So the highest value thing is territory.
Yeah.
And the game will end once all territory has been claimed on the board. So as soon as that last bit of territory is taken up by a player, that's when the game ends, and we'll all count up our scores.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, was it Will or Jamie who drew the blue cube?
It was me, Jamie.
Okay. So, you basically have 3 moves to make because your speed is at 3, and you can land anywhere you want, or ask about where you fancy landing, and I'll explain what you can do.
I think I'm going to go. I think I'm just going to YOLO it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to land on this here on D.
Okay, on the territory. So at this point, you're able to claim the territory. Now, when you claim territory, you need to have Fulcrum available of the same colour, which you have. And the cost to claim the territory is relative to the ability that you have in that region. So because you're at level 3, you spend 3 cubes and you're able to claim that territory.
Cool. So if I'm going to spend 3 cubes.
Yeah, so just drop those 3 cubes back into the blue bag.
Yeah, I'll pop those over. I'll move them in a minute. Hang on.
Right, okay, so once you've done that, the next thing is to take that territory token and place that in the blue area of your character mat. And because at the moment we all represent the nomad faction, we are neither good nor bad. You'll notice to the side of the board there's a series of faction chits or tokens. So you want to grab a purple one of those and place it over the territory that you've just claimed, so on the board. Okay. So that's your movement and your action taken. So the final thing to do, the final phase within your turn, is to adjust your morality tracker according to the action that you just took. So look along the top row and find territory. And you'll want to see control vacant. you controlled vacant territory.
Yeah.
And you want to slide that as many times as per the cost of the action. So in this instance, it was 3 times.
Okay.
So slide that towards, that's it. And that's your turn complete.
That's it. Easy.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah, it gets fairly quick up once you know.
Yeah. So it's up to 3 movement because of my card here. Is there a way of upgrading this? These levels again? There is. So if you look closely at your card, you'll see that there's a 3, but above it you've got a 1. Yeah.
Now what that 1 indicates is, in order for you to upgrade, you first need to own or have access to 1 territory
for this particular.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Right. So then I'm going to do something very similar, and that's going to be 1 down here to 2, and then I'm going to claim this one. We're spending 3 of my cubes. I spend them. I take this, and then I'm going to put this here, and then move my territory tracker along 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, towards control vacant. That's it, and that's your turn done.
Awesome.
So over to me. Oh, I didn't pick up the free meteor card, so I need to do that first. Okay. So in terms of what I should get up to, first of all, learn how to navigate Tabletopia.
the many mysteries.
So I just think I'll be doing the same.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3, and then all we want to do. Control vacant. 1, 2, 3. And that's my turn done.
Okay. Okay.
So, on to me. So if I move here, I move on the blue.
Yeah.
I get 1 of those or 2?
So because you have 3 in terms of your ability, you're allowed to pick up 3. But what I would say is, so that space is also where you go to upgrade your ability. So in theory, what you would be doing is picking up 3 cubes and then spending those 3 cubes. So for the sake of faffing about on Tabletopia, let's just say that you've picked up those cubes and placed them back. And then that allows you to change the 3 card that sits in your resilience and replacing that with a 4 that should be sitting underneath it.
There's a 5 there. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There we are.
Yeah.
So what that means to you now is, within that region, any action that you take is worth 4. So you either pick up 4 cubes, or you pick up 4 meteor cards, or you buy territory for 4 cubes. And you'll notice above the 4 that there's a number 2. So in order for you to get to level 5, you need 2 territories within that region.
I see. Nice.
So don't forget to adjust your tracker as well.
Okay.
So I pick up items.
Pick up items, Fulcrum.
And it's on it, so it's free. So that would be. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all behaving rather passively and
at the moment.
nicely at the moment, which means we're heavily skewed towards the good guys.
In it, we're playing with Will, so it's all going to go horribly wrong in a minute.
That is very. That's true. At some point. Is that your go, Jamie?
That's me done well. I'm
Okay.
waiting for that now.
Well,
We're in the game.
I'm going to go here and do something very, very similar. So it's going to get my 3 tokens, but then I spend those 3, and because I've got the territory, I can then upgrade this to B4.
Yeah.
I feel
There's something that a lot of people don't. Sorry.
I feel like this game allows you to be quite passive if you really wanted to, or very aggressive if you really wanted to. Is that when you've been play testing with people? Is that what you've found?
Absolutely. So, you'll see in kind of the mid phase of the game, there's a deliberate tactic to get people to mingle, shall we say?
Yeah.
Because you could just sort of farm your way around the edge of the board for the entire game.
Yeah.
But obviously the center point, the island, plays a very crucial role here.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But now I've got.
So is it my?
Yeah. Is that right? That now I've got 4 movement, if I'm correct, because I've now upgraded to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is very useful if you want to repeat the last action you took, because you basically you cycle back to exactly your same spot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty handy to have.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get my turn out of the way. I'll do exactly the same as you guys. Where am I? Oh yes, that's right. So I'm just going to go to the center point here. Then adjust my tracker and I'm done. Obviously assuming that I did pick up cubes and place them back. 1, 2, 3. You can drop those back in. Okay, that's me done.
Okay, right. I'm gonna edge out. So if I'm right, I can move 4. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, and then
You can't move 4. You can't
3.
move 4. You can move 3. Yeah. So this is where the abilities take over. So so your speed represents your movement.
Oh, okay.
But for example, the cost of action or any action that you then take is to the value of 4.
Yeah.
Within that region.
So I'm here, so I can pick up 3, any 3 of those, right?
You can actually pick up because you're at level 4, right? So you can pick up 4 of those types. But what you need to remember is you can only store 3 in one space.
I'm going to pick up 3 pink ones and 1 green. So if I pick up 3 of these, oh my goodness, 1 and 1 green.
Oh, you're giving that to me.
Yeah, that's it. I think I'll give 1 to everyone.
Oh, okay.
I'm really. I doubt myself as a cube.
I'll take the cube.
And then I picked up items, but I'm assuming I can only go as far as the end. So.
That's right. So you would have moved 4, but you basically just max all the way out to the left.
Okay.
Such a nice guy. And that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to do... Ooh, I need to head that way. So I'm going to... something similar. Well, I'm going to do something similar. Now it's a. So if I go, because I've got 4 movements, so I can go 1, 2, 3, and then I can collect. So do I just collect 3 from being there, or is it just how many actions I've got left?
No, it's basically whatever your current ability
number is. So I've got 3 of them, so I get.
That's right. Yes.
3 of these. Awesome. And I can't upgrade it, but I can just collect them. So that's my go.
That's right. So don't forget to move your tracker.
Oh, and then
Excuse
my
me.
tracker, and then my tracker of collecting them. There we go.
I think that's the most good you've ever been, Will, in a board game.
Well, so far.
See if you can keep it up at the end of the game, you know?
See if I can keep it up. I might.
So it's over to me, right?
Mm.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the portal, and then port myself over to the central region.
Mm-hmm.
And that's effectively the action that I've taken. So on the tracker, the bottom line, that's uninhabited region. So where there are no players. So 1, 2, 3. But I need to move it 4 because of where I left. So the departing region was 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And in fact, in doing that, if you look at my morality, that has converted me to a guardian because the majority sits in the blue side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens there is I just quickly need to slide all of these across to the far left. So I'm now a fully fledged guardian, and I just need to replace the faction marker on the board that is my territory.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
So as a guy,
I was going to say, so
Yeah.
because obviously my move, not particularly hard to work out, is now going to move to the portal and jump where you are. So can I do that, or is that blocked being able to do?
no, you can't port to a space that has another player on it. So the mechanic, the reason that was designed was to give, say for example, you were being brutalized by another player and you needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
It gives you respite for at least 1 turn.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to. So I can move 3. So let's move 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I can pick up 3. I've obviously got maximum I can hold is 2. There's 3 anyway, so I'll pick those. I can only take 2. Okay.
That's right.
And I'm already maxed out over there, so that's me.
Okay, so I'm then going to move. So I've got. So I'm going to go 1. So I'm going to go 1. Let's just go there. I'm just going to go 1. I'm going to claim this territory for 3. So I've claimed another territory.
Mm-hmm.
I think I covered the one that's mine. So take that. Move me. Put that there. Put me on top. There we go. Right. So I'm there. I've got my territory. I've paid 3. I've now gone up. So now all mine go up to order now since I've got 2 maxed.
So but you still remain a nomad because what there has to be is a clear majority for you to defect.
Oh,
So
okay.
because you've got 2 in the nomad, got 2 in the guardian.
Yeah. Okay. So because I took another one and occupy. Oh, this is occupied an actual region. Okay. So I've got 2. Also got 1 order and 1 Falcon. I've got 1 in here and 1 in here. But is it because I have to own? But because I've got now 2 that are fully maxed on terms of my order, does that mean all my others become?
No. So
Okay.
the tracker works fairly simply in that all that happens is if you see a clear majority for one faction over another, you
Okay.
defect to that faction.
Oh, okay.
So
So at the moment it's still
yeah,
a split. There's
yeah,
no majority yet. Okay, that's fine.
you're just conflicted at the
That is
moment.
fine.
That's all it is.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to move to the central spot there and just pick up 3 cubes. And then, yeah, I'm already maxed out there. So something just to bear in mind, guys, in your next turn or two, because I'm a guardian,
Yeah.
fellow guardians are allowed to level up via their territory.
Okay.
So, for example, Will, you've got places in
So I've got
2
one
areas,
here.
haven't you?
Yeah.
So if I were to go there, I wouldn't necessarily need to get territory to level up. If you were a guardian and I were a guardian,
Yes. Yeah.
I could just use your territory to level up.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, right, my turn. Oh, decisions. Okay, I'm going to do similar to you. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Then I'm going to use the portal to jump over here. Because I used that, I went to an uninhabited region, which was
That's right.
2, 3. But then that makes that the majority, so everything gets maxed out, right?
Yes. So if the clear majority is now in blue, so you move all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just quickly change your faction markers on the board to represent that.
Mm-hmm.
This purple one here now becomes
That's it. Okay.
Right.
So it's my turn, is it?
and it's Will's turn.
It's my go. So if
Okay.
I'm going to move back around to here, but I'm going to take 3 pink cubes. That's going to be my go. I can't go up any higher on my board. So
Okay.
that's me. Very simple turn.
Right. So bearing in mind that Jamie's lurking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I want to go for territory just yet, just in case. He's got something on his sleeve. So I've accidentally stored a cube in my hand. Let me get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the meteor site, and I'm going to pick up 3 cards. So within this deck are cards that aid you in battle.
Yeah.
Worth pointing that out. But what I do is I take 3, and then because my intelligence level is at, what's it at? It's at 4. I've got to lose 2 cards. So I'm left with 4 in my hand.
So if I've got 3, can I still go on those spaces, for example, but I have to trade out 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So yeah, you're absolutely allowed to do that.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. So I've got my cards, and to move my tracker, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's my turn.
So I'm going to move 1 to here, and I'm going to pick up. I can pick up 4, so I'm going to pick up 3 black and 1 orange.
You can only pick up 3, unfortunately.
Yeah. 3.
You're in the pink region now, you see, and your ability there is 3.
That's fine. I'll pick up 3 black. That's...
Weren't ready to attack yet then.
Not yet.
Biding your time.
Maybe.
I've not gone through battle yet. I'm actually hoping. I'm waiting for you two to.
Okay, for us to fight each other.
Exactly. It wouldn't be
that's
fair
one way to do
would
it. Nah.
No, I could if I wanted to. I just wanted to get some some cubes in.
Fair enough.
Right. So my go, yeah? So
Yeah.
I'm going to
Oh, hang on. Yeah. I
go.
don't need to change all the
No, you're maxed out, aren't you?
maxed out. Yeah. So I was just checking.
Maximum good guy.
I'm not that yet. So I'm going to go 1, 2, get my 3 black tokens, but I'm going to spend them to upgrade.
I'll see what's happening here. Building out his strength.
Well, I've got to sort out my cards now. There you go. There you go. That's my go. I can't push anything forward.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to claim a territory.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Never mind.
Claim a territory. Kind of does everybody a favour. It's a guardian, but hey.
What happens?
So, your guardian, right? You've now effectively you have a territory there that allows you to level up that ability within that region.
Yeah.
What did I do? Control vacant. I've already maxed out. Yeah, so that's my turn.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned it, so if I go 1, 2, 3, I attack you.
Yes, so the only option, when you're on the same space as another player, the only option is to battle, right?
Let's battle.
But before you make a call exactly on what you want to do, shall I just run through it?
No. I'm quite happy just to run through how it's going to play, how it happens. But I've made my call now, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's at stake in battle is your ability, as per the location of the battle. So basically, our pink cards are at stake.
Yeah.
The loser has their ability downgraded by 1. And the way in which battle works, there's an attacking phase and a defending phase. So depending on where your stats lie, you would choose whether or not to go first or to go second. So defending is go second, basically.
Yeah.
So bear in mind that your resilience stat, which is your defense in battle, is at 4. I would, if I were you, choose to defend. Okay? Because what we're going to do is take the pink card, which is the base stat.
Yeah.
We're going to add your resilience ability. So you've got 3 plus 4. And then I want you to look into your meteor hand.
Yeah.
And because you're a good guy, if you see any defensive stats that are blue, as in favour the guardian, you can also play those to up your score.
Okay.
Right?
What if I had a red card?
Because you are a guardian, you can't play it.
Okay.
if you look in the top left-hand corner of those cards, that will indicate which faction can play it.
Right.
So the benefit of being a nomad is that they can play both types of card.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to defend then.
Yeah. All right, which means that I'm the attacker. Okay. So I have 6 on my character map because my strength is 3 and my energy is 3, and then I can only play this card as well because I'm also a guardian. So that's 3. So my score is 9.
Well, I can only my score is 7 because I don't have a blue card. I just have a red one. So that makes that 7. So I lose, right? So I now lose that level and go down to 2, right?
That's right. Yes.
Ooh. Is that what happens if what you're holding? Since Jay has now got 3 and he's holding 3 of each, but he's now only able to hold 2. Does he keep those, or can he not just pick up any more?
No. So that's the downside to this, unfortunately, is you need to lose one of those cubes. And then the devastating thing is usually as well is if you have territory. Should we call this a do-over? Because you weren't fully in the know.
Yeah.
I'm willing to let that pass, right?
No, it's fine. Honestly, I played it. I'm happy to play it. That's the fun of the game.
But you get points for attack. You get points for attacking someone, being aggressive.
So basically, you get to move your tracker. As a result, I need to discard that card I just played as well.
So, which one is it? It's a defendant. Well, I defended in battle.
Yeah. Didn't you attack in battle though?
Oh, so your max, yeah.
It all stayed the same.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. I went for it. Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
If to upgrade your ability,
Yes.
you need 3 cubes. The maximum cubes I can hold is 2. How do I upgrade my ability, or is that it for the rest of the game? I can't.
No. The upgrade is the cost of the current card.
Oh, okay, perfect. Oh,
So you only need 2. You'll be back on track in no time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's a minor. That's quite a cool. That's quite cool then. I thought, oh no, that's it. I'm disabled for the rest of the game, but no, it's
No. Yeah. The only kicker is you've basically just experienced probably one of the worst things is if you lose a battle at the energy space, you're affecting the other things if you've been storing up fulcra.
Yeah.
The fortunate thing for you there is you didn't have territory because you'll notice on your level 2 card it says 0 above the number 2. You can't hold any territory on that card either, so you would have had to have released any territory that you held as well. So I realise that's it's quite a
there's quite a lot.
Quite a hard.
That's quite good actually. Quite good consequence, isn't it? If you're gonna
definitely.
Or you're willing to lose a lot.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things at play, absolutely. So you need to be mindful of where you are when you're about to attack these people.
Yeah.
You need to be mindful that if you're a nomad, you're probably a bit more favoured in battle because you can play both types of cards. And then obviously, you need to be mindful of the consequence should you not win. Okay. Is it my turn?
I think it's my go again. So I'm now going to. Now I've got a few options. So I could go over that way, but then I'd probably be attacked immediately. So I'm just going to head on through here. So I'm gonna go 1 and then 2. And I'm going to here. No, I'm just going to claim 3 of the blue. I'm just going to claim 3 of these. Just play it safe for now. I'm just biding my time. And then I'll pounce. Like the rat. That's me, I think.
Okay.
For going into another territory, do I get anything, or is it just is that the like occupied region and inhabited region? What are those for? Is that for like going into somewhere, or is that going?
It's purely for taking an action. So that is when you use the portal.
Oh, okay, that's when I use the portal. Oh, sorry, I see the symbol above it now. That's fine. Cool. Awesome. So that is
Okay.
So that's my go. Collecting more resources.
Right. So I'm just gonna upgrade my 3 to a 4 in this central region. So what should have happened there after battle? The winner also gets 3 cubes in relation to the current space, but because I would have spent them anyway to do this.
You wouldn't have gained anything from. Oh, so you don't gain anything from that, but you get
No.
just the straight up upgrade from it. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, and then Fulcrum, 1, 2, 3, and that's my turn complete. Jamie's thinking, I wanted to upgrade.
Yeah, you got in my space. It's fine. I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to move to go get a meteor card. So I can pick up 2.
You can only pick up 2, yes, because of your current location.
But I think you get to hold a maximum of 3.
But you can hold 3. That's correct.
Okay, I get it now.
That's useful because now I know what a couple of these cards actually mean. So
Yeah.
And then ones I don't want, I just discard.
That's right.
Where do they go? Bottom of the pile.
Just drop them into the deck and give it a shuffle.
Nice. My turn then. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to spend my 3 and claim this territory.
You're still a nomad at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
really
still a
behaving
nomad
yourself.
at the moment. For now,
Smart.
I'm
Smart.
building up a pool of power. And then I need to bring the nomad token over.
That's right.
There we go. There we go. That's me.
Okay. So, simple enough move for me. I'm just going to portal out of that central region, and I'm going to go back to the green area, that which is uninhabited. So I need to move this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my turn complete.
So 1, 2. I'll spend the 2 that I have and upgrade myself back up to 3.
That's right.
Which is very disappointing, but I learned a new thing today, which is don't do battle unless you've got a red and a blue card.
I actually, if you remember, I actually went to the meteor space after you arrived. So I just kind of give myself a few reinforcements should you decide to do that. So
Yeah.
So I was aware that it was.
Yeah.
That's why I went. That's why I went. I thought, right, that's definitely that's definitely the way forward. Okay, yeah, and there's nothing for me to move on the track, I don't think. So,
did you pick up meteor cards?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so that will move you towards the red area. So instead, the opposite way to picking up Fulcra.
Yeah, I did that last turn.
Oh, you've done it already. Sorry. Oh yes, of course. It was only 2, wasn't it? That's not me rubbing it in.
Your turn, Will.
If I wanted to, and I had enough tokens, it still costs me 3 to like claim another territory with like what I've got at the moment, right, in this area. Or can I not claim another one until I've upgraded?
Where are you at the moment?
I'm in the bottom right corner, so I'm in E. So I'm not gonna. I can't claim anything at the moment. But if I've with my current power, can I still claim another territory? But I only have to pay 3 to get it. Or do
No,
oh,
unfortunately
okay.
not. So yeah, the
the number
is
is how much you're allowed as well as what is needed to upgrade.
That's right.
Okay. I'm
right.
just making sure that I can't just go around and do that. Awesome. So I'm just going to go one. I'm going to actually go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go back here, but I'm going to claim 3 greens. But I can claim 4 actually, can't I? Since I'm in this region, so I can claim 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to get them. There we go.
That's it.
Right, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's your turn.
It's all,
yeah, it's all the angles of this board. It's like a
always one, and it's usually me.
Nah.
Okay. So. What I'm going to do is just go to a meteor space and pick up 4 cards. Oh, hang on, before I do that, I need to show my hand just so it's easier to drop them in. Things you don't have to think about around a physical table. And I just need to discard down, so I've got 4 left. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, because I spent one before, so I'm left with 4 cards now. So that's good. And then I'll move my track up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna bring myself back up to where I was before. Gonna add a green, a black, and another orange. So. Yep. And what did I do? Oh, that was a very guardian-esque thing for me to do. Yeah. Cool, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm gonna go there, and then I'm going to. I think I'm allowed to do that, right? So I was there, and I can come back up. Yeah. But I've spent on a meteor, so I'm going to get meteor cards. So I go down on that, but I'll go down not like that on 1, and then draw 3, and then there we go, and then discard 3. Right, so I don't want. Actually, you can do that. And then
if you've got any questions about the cards, just ask.
That's fine. I'm just going to get rid of them. And then they all go back in here, yeah? And then shuffled again.
Just shuffle, that's right.
Come on. There you go. There we go. Awesome.
And then, did you move your tracker?
Yeah, I've moved it down by 1 towards underhand.
Down by 1?
Is it because I got meteor cards, right?
Yeah, but how many did you pick up?
Oh, I'll pick 3. Okay, so 2 more. So down to
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
Okay, cool. Okay. There we go. That's my go.
Okay. All right. So, I am going to. 1, 2. I'm gonna. Yeah. So I'm just gonna pick up 3 cubes here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. That's my turn.
So, do you need cubes to claim a territory, or do you just land on the territory? And as long as you've got a space,
You need cubes.
yeah, that's fine. I thought that was right. 1, 2, 3. Ones. Oh, yeah, that's into my turn.
Okay, I go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to spend. Actually, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna go there. I was there, wasn't I? Was I there? Actually, I'm going to go. Yeah, 1, 2, and I'm going to claim this territory here.
No, you blocked my path.
And then I pull them away. And then I think that's my go, because I can't move that up anymore.
Okay. Okay. So you blocked my path. I wanted to go into the blue area.
Yeah.
And I'm reluctant to battle you because you're still a nomad, which means you could use any of your.
Yes.
Yes, yes, he says. Okay. All right. Nicely played, I guess.
Decisions.
It is. All right. What I'm going to do is just move to the central source, knowing full well that I'm only 1 space away. She will fancy the 2, 3, and I can collect 4 cubes. And then I'm already maxed on. No, I'm not. I am now. That's my turn done.
Okay. This is going to feel really chaotic what I'm about to do. So I'm going to 1, 2. I'm going to grab 3 blue cubes.
Ooh. Okay. I get what you're trying to do. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
My go's going to be 1. Actually, yeah, 1, 2, upgrade to level 4. That's my go.
Okay. So I'm going to claim this green territory here.
Oh, nice.
Costing 4. That's still very much a guardian. And already maxed out that way, so that's my turn.
So 1, 2, use the portal, jump over here.
Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, use portal. Is it towards? Yeah, it's towards occupied region, isn't it?
It's occupied, yeah.
Inhabited.
Uninhabited.
Yeah. So how many? Where did you?
I went I went into purple or pink.
Where did you jump from?
Oh, I went from blue. Oh no,
so
sorry, blue. Sorry, green. Sorry, green. I went to green and then.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So that's 3. You move 3 on your tracker.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Starting to take shape now. This game. I can see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Will's a dark horse.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Might be.
Right. So I'm just going to move to the center space here. I've got 2 territory. Let's assume I picked up 4 cubes and returned them so I can level up to 5. That's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to move to here and I'm going to spend my 3 cubes to blue. We'll sort that. I'll kill the cubes in a second. So that makes that. Still Guardian because I've done a nice thing and I lose these 3. So I see the blue cubes. That's the end of my turn.
Now, what happens about stealing territories, by the way?
So if you wanted to steal territory, you just move onto that space, but the cost of that territory is the owner's ability.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just wanted to know how that worked. Right, so I'm going to go... Sure, let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's go to this one, and I'm just going to take this one.
Something interesting has just happened, I believe.
And yep, and then I take put that there. Yeah, I have 1 of each.
Oh no, not quite. You're already maxed on control territory, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on max control territory. Yes, I haven't
I thought it was the other way around.
Nothing shifted yet. No, I've been careful. So I'm on that space. That's my go. I haven't had to move stuff for a while.
Okay. So I am going to... The cardinal went offline.
Oh, it just disconnected. It's just booting back up. Don't worry. I've rejoined. It just had a dip. I'm back.
Cardinal is back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all's good. It just like dipped for a second.
So I am going to go to a meteor site and pick up 5 cards.
Ooh.
Yeah,
those
I'm
cards.
Preparing myself.
Where's my cards go?
Preparing myself.
I don't have my cards anymore. Do I just draw 3?
If you press on the icon.
The icon.
On on your avatar icon, you see you've got the number.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, does
I
it
should
just...
open the drawer out for you.
It doesn't let me see it.
No?
No, on mine it's just disappeared. I think I know what cards I do have though. I can write them down. I think I remember them. I remember the colours of them and the values, I believe. I don't. I'll just go off that. So I had that. I had, and then I had.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's
My turn.
yours.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yours, Jamie.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. I'll take that.
We're getting very close to getting all the region influences.
All about the Guardians.
Yeah.
The world a better place.
Right.
Yeah.
I go. So I'm going to go to the middle. I'm going to then get 3 to then upgrade my mantra. To 4.
Right. So I am going to use a portal and just jump to the region over there.
Oh, interesting.
So that moves me to 1, 2, 3, 4. What a fool! I've been foolish at my own game. I'm still a guardian, and I'm still a guardian. It's all right. It's all right. Nearly. It's late, guys. I've been up. I'm running a Kickstarter at the moment.
Yeah, it's keeping on top of everything else, isn't it? Everyone's questions.
Over here. Yeah, and then obviously that's it. I only have 2 regions, so 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Your turn, Will.
Okay. I'm going to do a full loop and get 4. Oh. Just check 4 of them. That's my go.
Okay. So I'm going to move to the central source here, and then obviously I don't own any territory, but there are 2 guardians on there, so I can feed off of them. So that allows me to level up. 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3. It's my turn.
So I'm going to move here, and I'm going to spend 3 and take this one.
So that leaves 2 territories left on the. No, yes, 2 territories left. No, 3 territories left on the. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I go. I'm going to move here, spend 4, and claim this territory.
Was that
C?
What letter? C. How very apt. You go. So you now own this one over here. I'll pass it over
Yeah.
to you. That you're the rat character, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Must be.
I feel like you won this, Will.
Maybe, I don't know.
Our little mini battle in the middle. That was a
Yeah.
bad, a bad idea.
I just held out until you ran away.
The territory. No greens left unless I'm going balance.
There's some oranges, and there's a black.
Right. So I think it's worth pointing out at this point, there are 2 points for each territory that you own.
Mm-hmm.
You get a bonus 3 points if you own all 3 territories in the same region.
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.
Okay.
Your turn.
Oh, my turn. I thought.
No.
I've already.
Did my go?
It's your go, yeah.
It's been a long day. Okay. All right. So I've just leveled up there.
2, 3, 4. I went down 4 also on the territory track because I took 1, so that goes down.
Cool. So I'm just going to go to this outer source and take 4 pink. Oh, right, I'm already across. It's my turn.
Okay. Well, I'm not into. I need to. Be here and pick up the thing.
Is it your go, Jamie? Oh, you're
I've
doing it.
done. Yeah, I've done mine.
Oh, okay. Do you pick it up and upgrade? Because can't you do that?
You pick an upgrade at the same time. Like I moved. So,
Yeah, if you've moved to the central spot,
Yeah.
you can, if you want to, choose to upgrade.
yeah.
Something to think about.
then I-
though. So just strategically, if you upgrade now, at the end score you'll have an extra point. At the moment, those cubes represent 3 points.
Oh, okay.
If you see,
Oh, so
see
you get
what I mean?
Oh, so you get points for the cubes as well. Okay.
Oh, hold on, says cubes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to loop round 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to just grab 4. I'm gonna grab 4 black cubes.
okay. Don't forget to move your tracker.
Oh yeah. To the end.
You've got the nomad thing locked down. I think
Yeah.
you're not moving anywhere, are you? All right. So just going to move to 1, 2, 3. Just pick up 5. Oh, 4. Sorry, I can only hold 4. Green.
So I'm going to move 2, 1, 2. I'm going to pick up 2 meteor cards because I don't. Well, 3 meteor cards. Yeah. And if that's annoying. Okay. going to do. Picked up cards. I picked up 3. I'm just going to move that in there. Hold 3, so I'll get rid of it.
I have to say, this is one of the tamest games I've played.
Tamest games.
But, you know, first timers and all of that need to
Yes,
kind of
yes.
just settle in, right?
Yeah. I suppose like attacking more would have prevented people from like getting so many powers.
Well, there's an incentive to play aggressively, and that is if you were to become an overlord.
Oh yeah.
There can only be one, so to speak.
Okay.
And that's referred to as the Dark Paragon. So, and the Dark Paragon feeds off of other overlords. So you can't take, if you're an overlord and not a Dark Paragon, you can't take their territory, but they can take, you know, the minions, if you like.
Yeah.
But also, if you flip over, if I just show you quickly now, if you flip over the overlord token, that indicates the Paragon, and that can't be stolen.
Okay. So being an overlord means you prevent like all your tiles from being taken and things. And stuff like that.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I've been struggling to get back into the Nomad. Once you're a Guardian, it's very difficult to be bad enough to get back up. That's the... Like, at this stage, you've got to do something that you've...
Like, it's possible I could do it and get down enough. Like, I've been around in the middle, but if I attack and just take something, then I'm just sort of like... I'm able to do that.
Yeah, you effectively want to play in the area of stealing territory or jump into an uninhabited region.
Yeah. So, is it... whose go is it? Is it your go, Jamie, or is it mine?
No, I've done my go.
Okay, so it's mine then. So I'll go 1, 2... Oh, Paul, sorry. Is it? I thought it was me.
Sure, probably me.
I haven't had a go. I don't think I've had a... I thought it was you, then me, Jamie, then Paul.
No, it's me, then Paul, then you, Will.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's you, Will.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. So 1, 2. So I'm going into the middle. I'm going to claim... well, I was going to claim 4 pink, but I think I'm going to upgrade. So I'm going to be 5. I can't level that up anymore.
Okay. Now it's me.
So I can now hold 5.
So I'm going to move to this space and pick up 3 of the orange cubes.
Now, with it being 5, I can hold 5 of every cube, or just the pink? I think it's every cube, isn't it?
Well, it gives you the ability to hold 5 of every cube, but obviously your upper level needs to be 5.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's my turn.
I lost what to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I can pick up 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the orange. 2 orange, in fact. And I'll pick up 1 blue. Your turn, Will.
Okay, I'm gonna do a just a loop and take 5 purple or pink. Did Paul? Oh yeah. Did Paul? You have your go before we did ours.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. There you go. That's my go.
Okay. So I'm going to steal this nomad territory.
Right, I got my hand back. I can actually see it again. Don't know how I did it, but I got it back.
How much is this territory? This is yours, isn't it, Will? This
Which one?
green one.
The green
Yeah,
one.
you're
Yeah,
the
the
nomad
green
one.
one. So yeah, you could take it if you really wanted.
So it's only 3,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Thank you. Just sort this out. And then I need to move my tracker. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, my turn. Want to teleport, and did have enough orange, I'm sure. And there. That's unoccupied, isn't it?
Which
Is that
one?
occupied?
The K and the MR.
You mean the region where you've teleported to, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other player in there, so.
Well, my go's going to be 1, 2. I'm then going to claim 5 green.
You can only hold 3 of those, unfortunately, Will.
Can I? Oh, I thought I could hold up to that. Okay, that's fine. I thought I could hold it, but not actually. Right, okay, so
You can
I'll
hold 3 of them,
but
but
I'll hold
then
3.
two other ones.
Sure, I'll take 2 yellow ones.
Okay.
Move here. Claim this for the Guardians. Because I'm just too nice. I can't believe how nice I've been this game. Genuinely shocked me while I'm just spend the whole game like attacking each other.
Yeah. It'll just be everyone at each other's throats fighting from turn 1.
It must be Adam that just makes us so violent.
It might be. But that's probably it. That's probably it.
It just puts us on edge.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Cool. That's my turn.
Cool. So, well, I can just go here and just claim this territory. Why not? For 3. Just have this little island all to myself.
Will. Taking my stuff.
It might take a little while. You can get it back.
Surely that makes you. That must make. Yes. That's gonna make you
This makes me
an overlord now.
No, I'm not an overlord yet. I haven't attacked anyone yet.
Yeah, but the majority are in.
Yeah, your majority's in the red.
Oh, okay. So now I'm down all the way down here.
Will's played the perfect game. Because now you're effectively the Dark Paragon, right? No one can steal your territory.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no one can take my territories.
I think we just need to call this one a day.
Yeah.
I think Will's pulled it out of the bag. I mean,
well done, Will.
Out of nowhere.
Can't see how I can get enough tokens to catch you up. I don't think either of us could we?
And that's the thing with this game. It's like, have you got the energy to go all out now and just go after him? And I personally don't.
Okay.
You know what, for a first game, for a feeler game, that was a lot of fun.
That was.
So I really enjoyed that. So
I
you
really
can have
enjoyed
the moral victory on this
Okay. So I don't get to just go around and just move and just be an evil overlord now and start attacking everyone.
No, that's it.
That's it now. I'm overlord of this little island, and you can just all live in the forests.
That's it. Thank you for letting
very
us.
much.
Still on Kickstarter right now, is it?
Yeah. So it's been live for about 7 days. It's
Amazing.
It's going fairly slowly, though, if I'm in all honesty. I think what I'm coming up against at the moment is everybody seeing Kickstarter as a pre-order website. And I saw a review earlier on where some guy was stating it might be better to wait for Planet Fulcrum on retail. The simple fact of the matter is, if it doesn't fund, it's not going to retail. It won't get printed.
It's not like that. It's like get it now, and then you'll help it get to retail for everyone else if other people may have missed it. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not
exactly.
I'm looking on the Kickstarter right now. It's £25, which is a lot. It's a lot. You get a lot of games.
Yeah, you do.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's what I meant. It's like it's not a lot of money.
And I'm actually looking
game.
as well to. There's a whole host of stuff in the stretch as well, and I've tried to keep the stretch really low.
Yeah.
Just to get it funded as a version 1. I think there's 15 characters in total.
But if it does well, you get then the chance of coming back with obviously extra bits or pieces coming in the future.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But we'll have to see. It's one of those scenarios. There's over 1,300 people following it.
Yeah.
But only 60 of those have pitched. So it's kind of in the lap of the gods at the moment.
It's just getting the right social media like buy-in, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's been the biggest challenge for just an individual like me that hasn't really got a marketing budget to be able to throw the Facebook ads at it. And yes, there's been a few previews and reviews, but it's not really penetrated enough. But lives and learns. It's all a learning exercise.
Well, what we'll do anyway, we'll as usual, we'll get this. We'll probably try and get this review up as soon as possible, just to help you with your Kickstarter. But I've been really enjoyed playing it, and the graphics and art has been
amazing.
A couple of quick questions from me. So, what made you think about designing this particular game?
Well, we've got to go back to 2008, and I'll try and keep this brief. So I'm a designer by trade. So traditionally graphic design, illustration, all of that. So everything that you see has been done by myself.
Oh, wow.
And back in 2008, I wanted to learn a bit more around the web development side of things. So I wanted to do a little online comic book store. And I spent ages building that, scanning in covers of comics. And it was only when I was looking at these comics that I was thinking, all these different genres, they're all great in their own right. But if it was a competition between Superman or, I don't know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there'd be one winner, right? So what if there was this place that hosted these comings together, but also provided some form of equal playing field, as in the planet providing powers? It was just back then, way back then, that it's just evolved over time from there, really. And it's just always been a bit of a side hustle outside of the 9 to 5.
Always way though, isn't it? You sort of you come up with a game and it sort of takes over your life as a bit of a hobby, and then it suddenly becomes serious, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, one of the other things is the moment that I started truly getting involved in making a game is almost the day I stopped playing games, because you just obsess over what you're doing as well, and you just feel like every moment, every spare moment you get should be involved in developing that game. So it's been a bit of a double-edged sword, shall we say.
And for you, what's the most, if out of the journey so far, what's been like the best part of the journey, and what's been like the worst part of the journey?
The best part is the learning, because I love picking up new skills and everything else. Like before, I've always designed for interfaces, so a single user doing a single interface, but into board game design, when you've got to think about the multiple variant players and the psychology around all of that, that's been really, really fascinating. The worst part, because it's a hobby. I don't even want to look at the amount of money I've spent. You know, I don't even want to think about it. But you know, I wouldn't change it.
Well, we wish you very fingers crossed good luck, and we hope it goes well. With all Kickstarters, you're right. It's one of those people do see it as a bit of pre-order, thanks to Call Mini or Not and a few other publishers. But no, this is a good game. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now and you're thinking, do we back it? My answer is absolutely yes. But we'll pop into a review in a minute, and you'll get our in-depth thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much.
No worries. No, thanks for that. It was really good.
That's been brilliant. Thanks a lot. I'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Take care.
Boom.
Boom. We did it. We played
Moral
Planet...
victory to you, actual victory to no one.
To me. I won. I won the game. I won a game. Kind of.
But you didn't actually finish the game. So, you know, the argument there, Will, is that you got the moral victory, but we all agreed to stop there.
I think we should leave it to the viewers to decide. The viewers can decide if I won or not. Yeah.
Okay, so thoughts, Will?
My thoughts. I thought it was a really good game. I thought that it's easy for anyone to come in freshly to pick up and play. I thought it was very easy to get to grips with once you played a round or two, especially if you're one of those people that don't like picking up a rulebook and playing and someone has had a quick look. It's one of those games that you can easily sit in and play and just play a round or two and then understand how the game's going to work. I also think that there is a gotcha mechanic in which we didn't really demonstrate a lot when playing ourselves. Though I feel that if you wanted to play the gotcha mechanic, you can play more aggressively, or you can play more passive game, and it's based on how you want to play it.
I'm the anti-gotcha player because I don't like gotcha. I don't like being got at.
Yeah.
So to the So I was trying to avoid like any conflict with you, and I think vice versa. So that made it a really passive game.
Yes.
And then the designers that commented on it's been like a very passive, you know, non-confrontational game. I do feel if Adam was with us, I think that would have definitely changed the way the game probably would have got played.
There'd been more people on the board, more people crashing into each other.
But I think it's quite nice. I think, you know, the fact that you can play it quite passively means that you could, if you've got similar style players that don't like that gotcha element, it has that passive element and still is a really good game. It's just effectively a builder game. Yeah. What did you think of the mechanic that put you in their various factions? What did you think of that?
That gave a little bit of randomness. I feel that some places could be more advantageous than others. So, like, I started off in the movement area, which I thought was actually really powerful to start off with. It allowed me to effectively just do loops and loops and loops around it just to get all the tokens, level up, and then just zoom off somewhere else and just be really quick around the board from the get-go. Meant I was able to get more tokens, build up a resource, and level up quicker. Which I felt was quite powerful. Like, if you'd started off with, like, where you started off with more a defensive one, and you're then sort of suggested to then play a bit more passively from the get-go, I feel that bit kind of made it feel a bit like... that gave it a bit of randomness, but it meant that you'd have to then try and fight somewhere to try and then get something out of it to play the style you want in that sense. So some have their upper hand.
And the fighting mechanic was interesting because if you were neutral, that was the most powerful in terms of fighting because you play sets of cards.
Yeah.
There was like a red card, a blue card. And so I had a red card that had a +4, and I thought, well, I'm definitely on this engagement, but I couldn't actually use it because obviously I was blue. I was a guardian, so you know it things roundabout. It was a really nice mechanic though, and what I took away from it was that it's a very deep strategy game. There's a lot of strategy involved in it. At the surface, it's very easy to pick up, but there's a lot of strategy in that game. and we actually have a physical game that we went to review, thanks to COVID. And I'd love to play that again. Knowing what I know now, I definitely would play a different style, I think.
Yeah, I think I would. I'd probably play a bit more aggressively, knowing that there's not too much in terms of, there is a bit of negative, but there's not a huge amount, but you can recover easily from it. And it allows that bit of catch-up mechanic involved, so it makes it a bit nicer on you to try and get back up to speed and meet up with everyone else again. So you can either boost it up, or you can not worry about
the artwork.
I thought the artwork was amazing. I thought it was really well detailed, a nice cartoon feel in the fact that you're like thrown into a comic book world, and you've like been thrown into this comic style planet, and all fighting to get these powers to harness and be the most powerful overlord on the entire map by the end of the game. And I think we had to capture like all the territories in order for the game to win. Sorry.
I've got to apologise, but if I'm talking over you, it's because the internet, from my end, like, I get these big pauses, and I'm like, he's finished talking. Will, by the way, what do you mean?
Do you?
But anyway, so what do you think?
Sorry, pardon?
You're going to see this.
Oh, yes.
I was going to say, when people watching this back, they're going to go, oh, wow, like, that Jamie's just talking all over Will. It's not on purpose.
No. It's not on purpose. It's the use of internet means, but it's the best we can do in this current time.
So, because we've only played it once, we're not reviewing the game. We're just giving our cumulative thoughts on it. But it's on Kickstarter right now, and depending on when we get this up, hopefully, fingers crossed, it should still be there.
Yes.
But would you back this, Will?
Oh, definitely back this one. It's one that it has it's a nice easy pickup, lots of depth that you can play with a whole different group of people. So it's one that would always be a nice game to just pick out and play for either a short while or just a long strategic while I'm playing really in a really intense game session. So for all occasions, I feel that this is a good game to pick up, especially for the price that it is. I feel that it's one that you don't really want to miss.
And for its price, it's like £25 for just the game and all the unlocked stretch goals. Yeah. And actually, that's a really reasonable price for a game.
And it's especially good to pick it up now than every time, because it's literally Kickstarter's like the only time that it's going to be about to make sure it's funded, and then it will come to stores and things, and they may bring and who knows, they might bring out more in the future if it goes really popular, which will be really exciting.
Fingers crossed there, Will. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed on that.
Okay, well, this is my thoughts. I thought the artworks were amazing. I thought it was a fantastic game. I genuinely can't wait to get together and let Adam play this game as well. Yeah. I know from looking at the rulebook, there's also a solo version of this game as well.
That's interesting.
That's one for Adam to enjoy.
Yeah.
Because you know how much he loves the solo game. And so, without further ado, just back
that game.
The game. Back the game. So, Will, as you are the man with a plan.
Oh yeah.
The king of swing.
Mm-hmm. You want me to sign us off? Would you
like to sign us off?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So make sure to check out our YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out our Facebook, our Instagram, a Twitter, which we may or may not have. We've got TikTok, which may or may not be there, and all the other social medias that we are a part of. And most importantly, guys, you have to make sure you stay safe and keep rolling.